Sani Ridicules federal government predicts Nigerians will soon plead to stay in poverty. Oh boy. Yeah, because the rate at which poverty is spreading in Nigeria, being spreaded by Tinubu's government, it will get to a point it will become a way of life. It's going to be a very bad one. Public affairs commentator Shehu Sani has remarked that in the near future, Nigerians may find themselves imploring the federal government to allow them to remain in poverty, highlighting that the familiar hardship might seem preferable to the uncertainties ahead. Sani's comment emerged in response to the federal government's commitment to alleviate poverty. Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Beta Edu, reassured that with the support of President Bola Tinubu, various interventions and initiatives will be implemented to uplift 133 million Nigerians from poverty. According to Edu, what is most important is that we will keep our focus on lifting 133 million Nigerians out of poverty. Is that true? In response, the former senator of Kaduna Central criticized similar pledges previously put forward by past government. Tweeting, Sani wrote, "The past government promised to lift the people out of poverty. The present government is promising to lift the people out of poverty." Wow. We are reaching a point where the people will beg the government to please leave them in poverty. The poverty you know is better than the one you don't know. This is a kind of mockery, okay? Shehu Sani is mocking APC here, is mocking Beta Edu, the new minister for poverty alleviation, okay? Say you are going to lift 133 million Nigerians out of poverty. Buhari's government made the same promise and we did not see result. Now you are coming to make the same promise and already you started on a bad note by throwing more people into poverty than you intend to remove from poverty. So what is happening here is that Shehu Sani is mocking Beta Edu and also mocking federal government for their poverty alleviation plan. Okay, you say you want to remove 133 million Nigerians out of poverty, but you have actually thrown more people into poverty based on economic decisions that Tinubu has made right from May 29 that he was sworn into power as president of Nigeria. So, and meanwhile, Buhari made this promise for 8 years and never achieved it. So what Shehu Sani is saying that with all these promises that are never fulfilled, a time will come when Nigerians will say, please leave us in our poverty. Don't promise us what we know we are not going to see or get, or we are not going to achieve, because it is not going to work. Okay? So Nigerians are getting used to poverty and also getting used to promises that are never fulfilled. And that is why some people tagged the APC under Buhari as all promises cancelled. This one a serious one. Okay? Somebody say Yoruba dog will scatter you. How? What are you saying? Okay, so what he's saying is that the Yoruba tribal bigots will come after Shehu Sani for making this statement. Exactly. That is I think that is what he means there. I know it will not be like this forever. See this hopeless, hopeful. Can you imagine? This is really hopeless, hopeful here. It will not be like this forever. There's nothing good that will come out of Tinubu and his administration. Let's forget about it. Okay? Tinubu said they will continue for where Buhari stopped, and that's exactly what we are seeing. Some say, yes, it is possible because many of the choice ministers by the president are a bunch of corruptions and thieves. Let's wait and see. Nigeria federal government and state government has since legitimized poverty alleviation slogan as a multifaceted pipeline for impoverishing the citizens and stealing, embezzling, and accumulating the wealth meant to equip the citizens and develop the nation. Shehu Sani, you are totally right in your senses. That is it. Oh, alleviate poverty. After 3 months, federal government is rather aggravating poverty. In a twinkle of an eye, senators got their tokens. And when shall the poor masses get their prayers in their mailboxes or mailbags? For we're not going to see that one. Fabio will not talk about that one. Tinubu will not talk about it. Beta Edu is just speaking. Nothing is going to come out of that. More people are sinking into poverty and no hope inside. Shehu Sani is very correct. Okay, with what is on board right now, no hope in sight. And that is it. No hope in sight. So all are avenue to enrich themselves. Look at the planned demolition of structures in FCT. How many rich politicians' houses is in it? Or is going to affect? Or is it going to affect? It is still the poor masses, and that is true. Reckless and empty words. Okay, do this government people think the people are fools to be easily deceived with borrowed words? How do they plan to pull 130 million people from poverty? Is it by appropriating palliatives into rogue pockets? We are watching. Tell Shehu Sani that we need him at Niger State to come and help us fight terrorists. Can you imagine? He can't come there. 193 million out of poverty. Well, leave them like that to avoid pushing them deeper into poverty like Bubu did last regime. Today, more than 134 million people have already been pushed into deepest poverty via reckless PMS subsidy removal. Now, how can you save the people you have killed? Impossible. Just go and make up your own and rest. Just forget about poverty removal. Agreed. Somebody has agreed to that. This government is absolutely useless and have nothing to offer. Shehu, the Ebola slaves will attack you. They are enjoying the slavery deceit through their slave master, Abi. That is what somebody is telling Shehu Sani here. Enough of their rhetorics. Excuses upon excuses has always been their game plan from beginning. One cannot completely blame you for your comment due to the abysmal performance of the previous government, but this present government will make good their promise. Nothing. They are not going to make anything. All these are tribal bigots and sentiments. You are still dreaming by trusting APC. That is true. Anybody trusting APC will probably still be dreaming. Now, wow. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment over this statement that Shehu Sani has made. That, federal government saying they will remove 103 million out of poverty. Meanwhile, they have thrown more into poverty. A time will come when Nigerians will beg to remain in poverty. Okay? They will say, leave us in poverty, stop making promises that will never be achieved. Buhari went and got about $800 million to share as poverty alleviation to alleviate the effect of fuel subsidy removal. Tinubu said he will give 8,000 naira to each family for 6 months. Okay? At a point, he stopped doing that. We don't know where it is now. Meanwhile, all the lawmakers have gotten their poverty alleviation. Now he's trying to say he will disburse 5 billion naira to each state for poverty alleviation. How is it going to be shared? What are the modalities? We don't know yet. Right now, Lagos is sharing 2 cups of rice to citizens in Lagos, saying it's part of the subsidy removal palliative. Will 2 cups of rice feed a whole family for how many days? Will it put fuel in their car? Will it open the market? Will it pay their school fees of their children? Will it buy clothes for the market for them? Now, wow. Well, that is what tribalism has caused in Nigeria. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.